time to take on the Rockets. Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Pokemon LeafGreen. Last time, we managed to get to Saffron City after a debacle with the OBS. And this time though, we're going to be using this time to actually check out Saffron City. Trainer tips, new Great Ball offers improved catch rates. Try down hard to catch Pokemon. You're not kidding, that Kingler was definitely hard to catch. So we have a full team now. Glimmer, the Starmie, is very powerful and I actually would recommend it. I am actually 2 away from getting, well, level 50 to get experience share. Well, that's the case. There is going to be a little thing I'm going to be doing for this. Technically speaking, Drag is my highest level, and having a Starmie for the Psychic type at all in this area is actually a very good idea. So let's go into the Silph Code. Go to see if it say. He's taking a snooze. Yep. The criminal makes me feel so alive. Some people really get off on that. Let's go to Silph Code. It appears they're trying to guard it, so let's go in. I recommend having the item finder before you come in here. No Pokemon here, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Besides that, though, I'll say outright, this area has a lot of things that go on lately, and we gotta be very careful about this place. I recommend highly having a Psychic type at all, and I don't have the bike equipped. 1 second, I had the rod equipped. Alright, there we go. There is an item in the main hallway lobby, if I remember correctly, on this floor. Unless I'm mistaken, I think in the first floor, whatever the case. There are a lot of hidden items, there are TMs, there's a lot of other things around this area. So we're gonna go step by step. Literally, second floor. No response. And there's a Rocket Grunt. Hey kid, what are you wandering here for? Trying to stop Team Rocket and their evil plans. A lot of Team Rocket grunts usually carry Golbats, Rattatas, and the occasional Coughing and Grimers. And especially at their higher levels. Typically speaking, though, I recommend highly of having Pokemon that are weak to strong against them, being the Psychic type, the Ground type, Flying types are weak to Electric types, and etc. etc. Having a Fighting type move is actually very recommended here, so I'd recommend that outright. You gotta be careful of PP of moves because this is a later game. You're gonna be PP guzzling down no end's business. There is somebody who can heal your Pokemon up to max out your HP again and PP again, but they're a little bit out of the way. So let's get care of the Zubat and actually take care of everything else, because we really have a lot of things to deal with in this dang Silph Code. Another thing is there's probably not going to be much of bios in here, but in fact I'm pretty sure there's only one that comes to mind. So we're taking care of a lot of these Zubat. Really, we only have Zubat to deal with, which is admittedly pretty annoying. Unfortunately, they are kind of the more, I guess, time waster. This fight is more of a time waster, to be honest. I'm going to skip battles that typically have Pokemon that generally are not needed nor even remotely qualified as a good battle. I don't want to waste everyone's time with nonsensical battles such as 5 Pokemon of generic Pokemon that are not exactly recommended or worried about, and I missed the cross chop. And you also missed. We're both failing at this, aren't we? Cryo Chop. Unfortunately, Cryo Chop's attack power is not good in this game, so unfortunately I'm going to have to be stuck with a normal lower move. Also, that's a good experience, and another Zubat. If you want my advice, I'd recommend highly having a Pokemon with a lot of move PP. For example, Anarchy has Thrash. It's a 20 power move that hits multiple times. It's going to do a lot of damage and also manage to get a lot of Pokemon knocked out. So I'm going to be saving getting rid of Peck for something else, because Peck is only serving me to help catch Pokemon, really. I goofed! Yes, you did. You goofed. You bamboozled yourself. You fool! There is a lot of locked off areas in this area, and I recommend highly making sure you get everything done on the first shot. Glimmer's going to take care of all this. Let's see what this trainer has to offer. No kids are allowed in here. Your logic is not important. My logic is better. Erica Grunt only has 2 Pokemon. He has a Cubone, and I believe his other one might be a Marowak. So the Cubone is going to be easy because Surf is a very powerful move. Now I might as well mention something about Surf I don't think I covered in the last episode, also Critical Hit. Surf in this game is different from the more modern versions such as Gen 4. Gen 4 is more modern than the other games, so it's really just the standard of how Pokemon works nowadays, besides the new typing in Gen 6. Surf no longer hits your ally in battle in this game, so you can actually spam it to no tomorrow. In fact, I'd recommend highly teaching your Pokemon Surf in case you have double battles, especially a double battle limited system. Tough. But not in this game, though. Coliseum and XT generally are more double battle exclusive Pokemon games, so I'd recommend highly having that move. Now, teleporters are going to make things a bit more nonsensical. Now, there's also items hidden in the bushes. Usually, they hide them in the bushes in order to make things easier. Besides that, we don't have the way to open this. We need a card key to open these walls, and we need them to get through the area entirely. I will explain outright that you want to go in every teleport. It's off limits here. Go home. No. I refuse to go home because I want to stop your evil plans. Scientist Jerry, like the Valley, sends up Magnemite. This is going to make things more annoying. Yeah, a lot of scientist Pokemon trainers usually carry either the electric types or potentially a rock ground type. I don't remember off the top of my head. I usually try to blank these guys out of my memory because they're more annoying fights. Really, it just matters of whatever case may be. Voltorb is going to make things a little bit more awkward, but thankfully, though, our team is a bit balanced and level-wise, except for Glimmer, of course, being, well, kind of under-leveled, so unfortunately, I'm going to be using Glimmer a lot more frequently in order to get the levels up, because Glimmer's level is quite too low. Voltorb by this level, I think, has self-destruct, which is, yep, there it is. Well, that was funny, because that's a free experience for me. I dodged the attack with Dig. Magneton. Now I can leave Ernicry in this fight, and actually Magneton will take quad damage because it's weakness to both. Yeah, not exactly a good time for him to do that. Regardless of how much physical defense Magneton has, it's going to go down no matter what. Yeah, really, it's just a numbers game, really, when it comes to Pokemon stats. You're good. You're pretty good. Man, I remember that thing is funny. I believe there was no item in this floor yet until we opened the walls, so I can't really do much. Silphco 8, this is another scientist here. You're causing us problems! Don't know, don't care, didn't ask at all. Let me just go through here, Parker. Peter Parker, you're fired. Bottom man. Alright, so, let's take care of Glamour of Psychic. Unfortunately, it's not going to do as much as I'd hoped because it's special defensive wall, and it's not going to be good. However, thankfully, though, I didn't underestimate Glimmer's own power. So, that's actually pretty good. That's pretty easy. Let's try. Wait, is it going to happen twice where I'm going to just dig out of the way of an explosion or self-destruct? And it fails miserably, giving Anarchy to level up at once. The battle's gonna be ended where he's just basically the enemy on screen. Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole. I was hoping in vain. I was hoping. Oh, Sonic Boom! Well, on the plus side, it wasted a certain Sonic Boom. I guess the stats of speed between Anarchy and Electrode are completely even right now, which is actually worrying because that was a coin flip. I could have gotten hit by Screech. 36. 36? 36. 36. 36. Huh? I lost? Yes, you did. You lost entirely. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. These guys, by the way, this guy is important. By the way, he says this. I'm one of the 4 Rocket Brothers. There are 4 Rocket Brothers in this entire area that generally have a lot more Pokemon. Or rather, better levels. So, yeah. Weezing is more annoying. So, higher level Pokemon generally, and evolved Pokemon will give you the most experience out of any of the Pokemon that you will encounter. So I recommend highly, if you have low level Pokemon here, this is your easy opportunity to get some experience because there are a lot of trainers here in this entire Silphco, and raiding it is probably the best thing you can do. 31, really good to have. That's actually raising my levels faster, and Golbat. This will make things easy because Golbat is also still weak to Ice. I can still use either or. Really, Ice Beam is technically the better move right now because unfortunately, both moves have 10 PP. It's until later games that you have higher PP, and dang it, it didn't work. Ah, nuts. Confuse Ray. Unlike Supersonic, it has 100% accuracy no matter what. Yeah, not fun. I had to switch out in order to stop this from happening. Well, on the plus side, though, Sparky's here, and we'll just stab at the Kingdom Come. Oh, well, there's Wing Attack. Maybe a Paralysis Brock. Haha, it did. I was hoping. I mean, wasting Thunderbolt on this seems like a ridiculous idea, so Quick Attack instead. It's a very, very, very easy indeed. Are you getting experience? A lot of team members getting experience. Coughing. I believe Glimmer needs that experience, definitely. Yes, quite. So let's just get Glimmer out here again. Surf's 95 power, 100% accuracy move is very stupid on a Pokemon to have 100 special attack. Really, it's the best thing you can do. There are other Pokemon that are water types, but I'll say outright, Staryu and Starmie are generally the best ones you can ever encounter in this game. Bar, I believe, the starter Pokemon as well as Tentacruel, but really, there are better options. Oh, darn. No, my brothers. Now, there is an iron, which will increase the physical defense of a Pokemon. And there's also a tree, which actually contains a nugget, which sells for a lot of money. I stole your nugget. What are you going to do about it? Team Rocket's bosses are terribly cruel. To him, Pokemon are just tools to be used. What will happen if that tyrant takes over our company? I don't know, but maybe the end of all worlds. No, we know it. Well, on the plus side, though, there's another teleporter over here, but at the same time, that's only 2 teleporters available to us. Let's go up this way and take care of the Rocket Grunt up here. Because you have to take care of them on your first trip because you never can see them again. That's as far as you go! Yes, indeed. So, let's just take care of this next Rocket Grunt. Rocket Grunt with the battles. It's a Racaticate. Ah, great. Well, it's one of these battles. You know what, future me? You know what to do. These battles are pointless. Because these battles are taking forever, and I know fully well this is going to waste my time. Hey! Darn it. And that's not fair in the slightest. Get out of here. Alright, that's fine. That's completely, utterly fine. I do not care. I do not care. And now we're back, of course. Now I care. Well, that's annoying, but at the same time, let me out. Let me out. Finally having a Psychic type move is really good. You can get a Psychic type early in the game, but I prefer having Starmie. Golbat, again, I need this level up right now because Starmie and Glimmer is just way too low leveled. And unfortunately, I gotta need that level up. I need that level up. What is wrong with me? Alright, so Golbat's down and out at least. That's actually pretty good. So next up is a level 32, which is going to get closer to one of the only level up moves Glimmer gets by level up. And recommended wise, I will say outright the move is not exactly recommended, but I will say outright it makes a complete set for moves. You really want to have Glimmer have 4 attacking moves really because Glimmer is not much of a support Pokemon. It's speedy and offensive. So I really would not recommend having a move like this later on. Not enough Gurt. Not enough Gurt. I guess quite. So let us go on the teleporters. You want to go by teleporters, not by anywhere else. So instead, let's go to this teleporter over here. 8. We are in here now. Wonder if stuff is finished. No items in here, and we went inside here. So basically, that teleporter just leads you in here. Yeah, not exactly too complex, nonetheless. Let's just go in this way. Wait a minute, I just realized. Get back in that teleporter. Nope, nothing. I was making sure that we had nothing in the bushes. Nope, nothing. So there is another trainer over here. Oh, we're on floor 2 again. Actually, we're back where we started. So you gotta go based on steps. So instead, we're gonna go on the teleporter back again. Go down to Silph Code 8, then go back around, and then head to the upstairs 1 level. And I want to trust me on this one. You're gonna need to stay up this level. And there's actually an item on this item finder right over here. And actually, no, that's not in there. It's actually a item that's actually hidden somewhere else. There is, I believe, one over this way, and this guy is going to have a... He's actually one of the Rocket team members, so I recommend having a Pokemon that's weak strong against him. More often than not, Pokemon are ground types. Your Pokemon have weak points. I can nail them! Yes, yes, we're well aware, you stupid scientist, Ed. Eddie? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Couldn't resist. Man, that cartoon was fun for me as a kid. Man, has anyone ever seen that cartoon? I'm pretty sure I feel so old right now. Tackle's not gonna do anything. Really, I'm not really expecting much from Voltorb. Really, most of the Voltorb you usually encounter have soundproof for the ability. They don't really have static either. So, yeah, very easy for Anarchy. Coughing. That's gonna make things more annoying. I really don't want to use up my stronger Pokemon, but I don't have much of a choice in this matter. Let's just use Glimmer and actually get rid of this Pokemon. Generally speaking, out of old habits I usually had back in the day, I used to always use my Eevee and always evolve it into Vaporeon. Just because I wanted to Water Type that was decently good, and Vaporeon is a really good Pokemon. Really, a lot of Pokemon are generally good. The Evolutions are pretty good, except for Flareon, I believe, because... I don't know. That physical attack set is strong. Don't get me wrong. It's a great physical attack set. The problem is, if this Gen 1, I'd say Flareon's a good idea. If this Generation 2 to 3, though, I'll say outright its special stat went down completely. So, yeah, not exactly a good idea to have Flareon. If you really want a Flare type, there are better options out there. In fact, in LeafGreen, you really have limited options because the only other Flare type I'd recommend is later in the game. And that was Magneton easily did. You hammered me! Now my mind's immediately going straight back to Okami. You get hammered on me. Couldn't resist. And I'm over here in 5. And we want to climb up instead. Alright, so climb up instead. And there's another scientist here. Fight me if you dare. We study Pokemon technology on this floor. Yes, he's actually an enemy grunt. No, I am not kidding. This scientist is evil. Oh, great. You know what, future me? You know what to do. And, of course, Weezing. Well, there goes some PP for dang Psychic, because Glimmer's going to have to use it, because Weezing's too physically bulky to nonsensically hit it around with something else. Man, that sucks. I really didn't want to waste Psychic PP right now because I don't have much of a choice. Before you say, why not use the PP up you got in the episode that was basically like lost episode? One, I did not want to, and frankly, I don't like wasting the PP on that. PP ups on that move. Dang, blast it. Usually I use the PP ups on moves that are generally very low in PP. Like, that's manageable, 10 PP, but there are better PP items here. But right now, though, there's nobody here that will be necessary for this. I'll try to fight everyone in this mountain, in this area, but I really don't have much of an option here. Hey! Bollocks, I heard a kid was wandering around. So let's get rid of this guy first. Unfortunately, we need to get him out of the way so we can actually get across here. There's only one he has Arbok at least, which isn't really threatening. Really, all it knows is, like, Intimidate, Poison Sting, Grab, Bite, I guess? There's not really much that Arbok will know that is really threatening. I can just get away with Thrash, there's nothing it has that's really threatening. Oh no, a Poison Sting. Whatever shall I do? The best that Arbok can probably learn is Sludge by level up, but that's pretty much the only thing it really learns. Poison Sting, if it's just using that means it's only going for Stab and nothing else. Third time for Charm for Thrash! People enjoy Thrash. People do enjoy Thrash. But man, oh man, his weakness is definitely apparent. Man, Thrash reminds me of spamming Outrage back as a kid. Boom! So let's go back on the teleporter again, and this time head back on the teleporter, so we can actually warp back, we can actually go downward instead. You can actually see if there's a hidden item here. There actually is one. This contains the card key. We need to find this. We had to go this way anyway. There is no hidden items here around this area, but now since we have the card key, we can open up every area in the entire map, allowing us to traverse the entire floor. Let's go in this card key, for example, right here. We can actually open this up and actually lead us to a shortcut leading to the teleporter. Really good to have. Now say, alright, you're going to need this to get through this entire maze. And of course, another random battle. So, I am one of the 4 Rocket Brothers. Cut through it, future me. Rock Brothers, I lost! There you go. Bye-bye. Now, we want to open this door because the card key opens the door, and actually we can go this way to find ourselves a max potion. Remember that healing person I told you about? Well, it's right here. You look tired, you should take a quick nap. Yes, indeed. Don't give up. So, there is an area I recommend highly making sure you go to last out of all these things. We're going for the hidden items and the rest of the trainers. Calcium. Increased special attack. I see a lot of special attackers on my team, though, so... Besides Tank and Anarchy being a mixed attacker, which I barely put effort into mixed attacking. Man, I really need to put more effort into mixed attacking for Anarchy. Let's actually check the moves. I think I can get away with teaching Shockwave to... No, I do not want to have a star move Shockwave. It's decently helpful, but I really don't want it. There's another TM I forgot to mention I did pick up on Route 12. Skill Swap is a TM that allows you to switch the abilities of a Pokemon to another Pokemon. Really useful to have if a Pokemon has a bad ability. For example, like say, Glimmer has a terrible ability, it illuminates. If you had to swap, you can actually do so. Your Pokemon seem to adore you, kid. If Glimmer had Illuminate, I'd actually use this move instantly on turn 1 to get rid of the ability. Because unfortunately, the ability sucks. And of course, you pick a second type right now. Well then, I suppose I gotta use Surf. I don't have much of an option. Unfortunately, this means I'm gonna be taking some hits because Drowsy does decent special defense. Oh no, what a tragedy. Anyway, Surf again, because I can just go back to heal right away. I don't have to cut out to go back to the Pokemon Center every single time like I did last time. Alright, level 33, and the only level up move that Starmie gets is Confuse Ray. It is 100% accurate confusion. It's really good on certain teams, but I'll say outright, there are better options out there than besides Confuse Ray, to be honest. This would be the only confusion move I have, and I'd lose Recover, but at the same time, I'm going to say outright no to Confuse Ray, because there are better options out there, and I'd rather not waste my chance of Confuse Ray. Primer. Alright, let's take care of that with Anarchy, because unfortunately Anarchy is stronger physically than offensively, so yeah, we're gonna be fine. We'll be fine, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. So, yeah, more often than not, I will be running around the area, getting all the items we can possibly get in Silphco, and then we'll head completely up, because we have to keep going up to the top to reach where the Team Rocket boss probably is located. We saw him one time before, but now you can see him again. There we go. Anarchy's defeated him, and now it's Machop, which is odd. So I guess I can send Drag out. There's really nothing else I can better do. Gator Realize is pretty much the best thing I got for this fight. Lower power moves generally have more PP, but at the same time, I'd like to get rid of certain moves I don't want. Although that critical hit seems nice. Alright, Macho's been defeated very easily. That's actually really, really good. Grah! 896. So, that was actually a pretty easy battle, nonetheless. Let's actually go into this area. I pressed the item finder by accident, and there's another trainer here, and ooh, he's too close. I was too fast for you. Ha 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 ha! He's about to attack me, isn't he, in about 2 seconds. Nope. Hyper Potion. Really good for HP healing, because 200 HP is very good. The teleport I'm telling you outright to not touch yet is this one right here. Otherwise, you continue the story along. I want to fight all the trainers here before we leave, so I'll be right back. I support Team Rocket more than I support Skill. Go! Ah, a traitor. I see how it is. You monster! How dare you betray your coworkers, Jose? Jose? No Jose. Well, Electro. This is going to be funny because I think they have the same speed again. Oh no, tackle. It would have been hilarious if Poison Point procced right there, because that would have been funny. Sonic Boom! Sonic Boom! Sonic Boom! Sonic Boom! Sonic Boom! Dig. Yeah, very easily. Not really threatening in the slightest. I think it's later games before you get items that capture that are technically Pokemon, but right now, though, we're kind of fine. Wheezing. Not exactly a threat. If I need to go back to heal, I can just go back to that girl on the beds, and actually she'll give me the healing I need for this. And don't think it that way. Do not think it that way, guys. Come on. Come on. Let's be adults here. Let's be mature adults. So, yeah, that was an easy wheezing. Really, not much threatened in the slightest. Really, that's a lot of experience for a dang boomer. You really got me. Yes, I did. What do you have to say about yourself? Team Rocket said if I helped them, they'd let me study Pokemon. So, you just wanted to study Pokemon, yet at the same time, this job of yours does the same thing. Where is the logic behind this? Where is the logic behind this? Why do people have to be so unnaturally cool? Go here, by the way. You gotta use the item finder first before you can actually find it. Because, unfortunately, the item is actually located a protein right there. Really useful to have. I work for Silphico. What am I to do? There's a teleporter right here, but there's also a rocket quest. I'm gonna cut this fight out. Be right back. Quit messing with us, kid. Technically speaking, I could also get rid of Cry Chop for Brick Break in the store. I can technically just buy it in Celadon City, but at the same time, I'll go back to Celadon later. I give up. There you go. Alright, that fight was easy. Not really much of a threat. Really, the battle was pretty much a cakewalk. Whoa, wait a minute. I gotta check bushes. Nope, nothing. Alright, next floor is 5, which we've already been to. This guy's running around back and forth for an item. This contains a protein again. Wow, there's a lot of capsule items here as well. This guy's actually a fighter. Those thugs took over our building. Their boss said he was looking for strong Pokemon. I hope our president managed to avoid trouble. Nah, he's just a guy panicking again. Actually, one over here, this card key will open an area that you can get back to in the pack. TMO1, Hang Focus Punch. It is a 150, 100% accurate fighting type move. 2-turn charge. However, unlike most 2-turn charge moves where they basically have to prepare for a turn, and even if you try to hit them, it won't matter. Unfortunately, the move has one fatal flaw. The move will fail if it's hit at all. The Pokemon does usually not flinch in the slightest, though. You might be able to survive it, but at the same time, you'll flinch no matter what after you get hit by it. So I will say outright, be careful. Anyway, another gym trainer. Any trainer. What? There shouldn't be any children in here. Now, this is more of an odd case. This guy is, in fact, a juggler, which makes no sense. Daltian sent a Kadabra. Well, on the plus side, I'm having Anarchy sent out against a poison type. This is going to make things a little bit awkward, but at the same time, Thrash. Funny enough, Kadabra's dang physical defense stat sucks, so as a result of that, Thrash one-shots pretty much anything around here, so yeah, Mr. Mime. Thankfully, it's not a generation where Mr. Mime gains access to, well, a certain fairy type and a certain other abilities, especially when it has a new form in Sword and Shield, but regardless of that, we don't want to worry about this too much. Shadow Ball again. Really, I'm slower than Mr. Mime. This is sad. Actually, Mr. Mime's speed's actually decently high from what I understand correctly. Man, I did try to use Mr. Mime back in the past when I played this game before. It was alright. I'll say outright it's not the strongest psychic type in the world. It's more special defensively. Really, Juggler Dalton's defeated. Oh, goodness. So, what is your reasoning for allying with Team Rocket and attacking me? You're only on 4-5. It's a long way to go to my boss. He must be a grunt in disguise. Card key open. This one over here, by Belay, down below us, is actually the one we need to find. An elixir. It heals PP of all your moves. Rocket is up in an uproar. Team Rocket is in an uproar over some intruder. That's you, right? Yes, it is. I'm gonna go and heal up my PP of my moves. Be right back after this battle. Trust me, you're not gonna little respect. No. Never mind, this battle's a cakewalk because there's only Hypno. Oh, wait a minute. Anarchy's against the Hypno. This may be a problem. I don't think Thrash is going to one-shot it unless it gets critical. Or you say, why not switch? I have a plan and strategy. Also, you used Headbutt. Really? You used Headbutt. Of all the times you used Headbutt on against me, you could have used it as a Psychic-type move, which is taking super effective damage. And you said go for the Headbutt. Yes, indeed. Cough, cough, cough. Coughing, 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 do 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 do. Man, my mind's going back to Majora, back to Zelda games. I really should play another Zelda game again. I really should. No. Okay, there we go. And gang back here. Alright, we're back here again. We can actually finally heal all the way back up. I'm going to need to do this because I need the healing. There are more hidden items left, and there's also a hidden area that has a lot of items, so I'm going to say outright, I recommend making sure you get everything on the first trip. Floor 10, I believe, has the thing I'm looking for. There he is. Welcome to Floor 10. It's so good of you to join me. No, not really. I feel like just wiping you out in one shot. Grunt, you only have one Pokemon, it's a Machop. Well, that makes things even more convenient because Machop is a pure fighting type and Thrash is going to do a lot of damage decently well. One problem, if Machop physically attacks me and I poison point procs, it's going to have double the attack power. Or rather, a 50% power increase, which is admittedly one of the most scariest things in the world because having a Pokemon that increases its attack stat with Guts is scary. I'm stunned. I'm speechless. I am appalled, good sir. We found a card bust. Really good for a Pokemon that's fast. This is a rare candy, good for level up, so I can probably give this a Glimmer if I have to. Ultra Ball, catch rate increase. Nothing in this area of the bushes, so we're actually pretty good. This one is a trainer, so I'm going to cut this battle out because I know play well. This is a waste of time. Enough of your silly games. So that's the easy coughing, pretty easy. Halfway there, Travis, touchdown. No continues left. Game over. You've lost. Good day, sir. Are you satisfied with beating me? Then go on home. No. There is another door over here. Guard key opens this door, and this guy is panicking. This person is panicking, by the way. Whoa, I'm scared. Whoa, I'm scared. Yes, indeed. Go on this teleporter, you'll go to floor 4 again, which is actually pretty good because this door actually contains more hidden items. Found an escape rope that allows you to escape from an area. This also works on Silph-Co. Full heal, restoring any stats condition, really good. And last but not least, a Max Revive, which restores your HP to max when your Pokemon's fainted. This person is a hidinger. Shh! Can you see I'm hiding? No, I cannot see you're hiding. In fact, I don't listen well. Another Rocket Grunt. So, cut this battle off, user me. Team Rocket has taken control of Silph-Co. Nah, I didn't know this. No, Lord for me as well. I know what experience point they have, and it sucks. They are at 21, and who else is it? I think it's Anarchy. At 29. No, I hate when this happens. Why does it always happen to me every single time I do this game? Why? Of course. Let's just get the TM441 containing Torment. Torment first basically outright prevents you from using moves continuously. Using a Pokemon, it pretty much stops the movements being repeated every single turn. Really useful to have. It's a good move, Intruder spotted, but I'll say outright, and Torment is not exactly perfect unless a Pokemon has very low offensive moves. Because if it's trying to use a move, it's going to fail repeatedly. So actually, we'll say outright, if you want to use this together with another move, you want to use this to the move Encore. If you use the Encore at the same time, the move basically becomes stuck, meaning it's going to struggle every single turn. For at least 5 turns as long as Encore lasts and Torment lasts. It's actually a really good combination to have, and I will say outright it's a good idea to do that, so if you really want to do that strategy, be my guest. You can actually perform that very easily. I'll say outright, it really doesn't work as well on Pokemon that generally have only a good amount of moves or resist the Encore. Not every Pokemon resists Encore though, so yeah, it's not exactly a bad thing, mind you. Really, you gotta make sure you don't actually get knocked out in one shot when it comes to Encore, at least. Because, unfortunately, a lot of Pokemon do learn Encore. Like, say, if you want an example, I'd say the Clefairy can learn Encore very often by level up. And then they can learn Torment as well by TM. So, if you want to do that combination, be my guest. It's actually a good idea to have. Pokemon with Skill Swap, though, I'll say outright, who are you? Who am I? I don't know. Who are you? Pokemon with move Skill Swap, though, I'd say it only is good for Pokemon that have bad abilities, such as Iron for this one. And bad abilities in question, I'd say they're like throwaway abilities and whatnot. Some Pokemon, like, say, Slacking, for example, is shackled by a terrible ability. Of course, being Truant, which is the worst ability a Pokemon can have. Pokemon is a loyal servant. You monster. They're not your servants, they're your friends. Rudy, the Electrode. Well, this is awkward. If I dig faster and he hits me, then I can be fine. Sonic Boom missed. It does have a miss rate, but that's funny. I'm kind of wish it would do Explosion, though. Never mind. I'll be fine. Doesn't worry about me in the slightest. Its physical defense stat sucks. Good day, sir. Alright, that's pretty good and very easy. Scientist Rudy is defeated. Darn you weak Pokemon! It's your skill issue. You could have totally blown me up on that turn. Doors are electronically locked. It takes a card key to open the doors here. You mean like I did? And we're back to where we were at before. So let's go back in the teleporter again and actually go back to 4-4. I believe there is another item in question about... Not here, definitely not, because I think this teleporter leads me to somewhere else. 4-6, this guy I've already not signed yet, so let's go this way instead and get the card key, because this item is a HP up, good for HP bulky Pokemon such as Snorlax, and X Special is an battle item, so yeah, I'll say it's a decent item nonetheless, but I won't say it's perfect. There are better items out there. I'm going to go use my dang medicines in order to increase the power of my Pokemon, so let's start with the item of Iron. Increase the physical defense of the Pokemon. I'd say it's probably good on Tank to make it a little bit more bulky, because the only thing it's really bigness against is probably a physical attack, because as much as HP bulk it has, its special defense is probably the best stat. Calcium, I can give it to pretty much any one of my special attackers. I'm probably more and less interested in giving it to Glimmer, because Glimmer is going to need that special attack bonus, because it's not hitting hard enough to actually utilize it. Protein, I think I'm going to give one to George and one to Tank, because George will actually need that physical attack bonus, and the Protein's better on Tank specifically. Yeah, that's pretty much the best thing I can do. And Carbos, I will be giving it to Sparky, because Sparky is generally the fastest of the team and needs to be faster. And HP up, of course, being Tank again. So, yeah, very good. Alright, let's get out of the way. I think I can fight this guy, so I'll cut this fight out, because I know he probably only has electric types. That rotten president serves him right for shipping me off to the Sky branch. That's why Team Rocket came after us. I'm sure of it. Stop blaming them for your mistakes, sir. Finish Taylor like that. Oh, great. He is 5 Pokemon. Yep, this is definitely good. This battle has been a joke. A lot of dang generic Pokemon, really, not really too threatening in the slightest. The best he probably had was that Magneton, but really, it went down to a brick break. Really, all of them level 25. Not much of a challenge in the slightest. I won't say outright you have no challenge from Taylor. Shoot! Tisaki Ranch is in Russian's no man's land. Oh, there's a Rocket Grunt right here, and I believe that is pretty much it for him. We might as well go inside there. Hey, Rocket Grunt, how's it going? You dare betray Team Rocket? I never joined to begin with. How did I betray them? Really? Really, Rocket Grunt? Really? Whatever, I'll just thrash you as well. Anarchy. Thrash. I'm pretty sure this will not survive this. Yep. Yep. Really? Just Zubat? I'm a little disappointed because this is just annoying and easy battle. Not really threatening in the slightest. Yeah, this is pretty much a joke. No. All the way. Very much a joke. A Golbat. Okay, that's decently more aggressive and bad, but at the same time, Sparky is my answer to everything when it comes to flying types. To be fair, though, I probably could have easily used Rock Slide, but potato. I don't care. Just use Thunderbolt and knock this thing out because I really don't care about Golbat in the slightest, in fact. So it's going to be gone once and for all, at least. And I took so much that it finally went down. There we go. That was actually pretty easy. Team Rocket Grunt's defeated. You traitor! I'm not a traitor in the slightest. In fact, I am very much a good person. There is no item here, by the way, so the Rockets came over and took the building. Team Rocket is trying to conquer the world of Pokemon. And next is, has to target itself for our Pokemon products. And this is... oh dear, please help me, please. That man next to me, he's such a coward. And another battle. I'll cut this out. I'm one of the 4 Rocket Brothers. Actually, known as the Rocket Brothers. One of the other ones. 3 down. 1 to go. Rocket Grunt. Oh no, it's a Mon Chop. Never mind, this battle's totally cut out. Really? Ha! Poison's gonna knock you out instead. Never mind, this is actually pretty hilarious. Mod choke. Well, there it goes. I gotta have Glimmer in the party now. Glimmer's time has shine. Glimmer's time has come. Has Glimmer's time come, finally? Psychic, again. Alright, that's easy. Not exactly threatening in the slightest. In fact, that was actually the most easy battle entirely. In fact, I have had no trouble right now. Oh, great. Flame out! Wait, not Flame out? Not Flame out entirely? No matter, my brothers will avenge me. No, they won't. They are actually losing. They are losers. And there's more Rocket Grunts here as well, so let's go and fight them as well. Oh, I smell a little mouse. No, that's a little mouse. I'm pointing at Sparky right now. Sparky's actual height is very small. Oh, great. Another long battle. You know what to do, Future Mary. This battle is going to be a pointless one, and I know fully well that no one wants to see me fight a easy, nonsensical, dang Rickate, and I'm pretty sure the back line is a Rattatas because everyone picks the star Pokemon first instead of the weaker ones first in order to build down damage. All right. Ah, come on! Lights out, Gorilla Radio. What experience points are they on? I really want to know for science. Come on. 131. 21. 30. 38. 34. This is not possible. The fact they're all in their 30s and 20s is actually sad. Sparky, open the door. Yo, it's really dangerous. You can't see me? You can't. It would be bad if Team Rocket took over itself or our Pokemon. Team Rocket was after the Master Ball, which contains any Pokemon. Now we know the reason why they're here. And also, there's an item over here. So let's go and find that item. And fighting another trainer again. I'm one of the 4 Rocket Brothers. Last one. Finally, your entire brethren have now been defeated. All that's left is you, Team Rocket Grunt. Cubone. Oh no, what a tragedy. And Anarchy. I mean, Brick Break. As physically defensive as Cubone is, it survived barely at Boomerang. Well, that hurts. That hurts decently well. That hurts actually decently well, and I did not like that. Boomerang also doesn't make contact with your Pokemon, so Poison did not proc in the slightest. Man, I hate when that happens. Well, at least now at level 40, at least. We're 3 more levels away from having Mega Horn. Actually, really good. Alright, Cubone again. This time I'm actually going to be smart about this and have Glimmer take care of the Cubone because Glimmer is going to one-shot it with Surf or Ice Beam, whichever comes first, really. It doesn't really matter which move it picks. Really, it's just going to go down easily. Alright, Cubone, bye. See you later. Have a good day. Sayonara, sucker. You think the entire line would want nothing to do with Team Rocket, given the fact that, 1, they killed a Marowak. Pretty sure they would hate this dang entire Rockets. Ah, brothers, I lost! And no one cares. Alright, whatever. Let's just go and get the card key, use it in the store again, and then go over this one and get this item containing a Team 08. Bulk Up! A really, really good fighting type TM. It will increase your attack, physical attack, and defense by 1 stage each time. So, yeah, really good to have. So, I'm going to use my time to cut back to the healing later because, frankly, I'd rather not waste the items to do so. So, I'll cut ahead, rebar back entirely. Alright, back on floor 7. Let's open this door and actually lead downward this way. Hello, Rocket Grunt. I need level ups for everyone else but Anarchy right now. So, actually, no, Glimmer needs that dang rare candy right now because they are level almost 35, and I really don't want to waste my time grinding all to that level because barely getting experience are in them right now. So, Yeah, Glimmer, take this. There we go. Now everyone's balanced out in levels except for, well, my strongest Pokemon being, well, Anarchy, Drag, and Sparky. Really, all of them are really very high level, in fact. Bulk Up, I'd say... I don't think I want to teach anyone Bulk Up right now. A child intruder? That must be you! Yes, it is. How did you know? Was there anyone else around this area? Maybe. There is someone definitely running around here. Sandshrew. Actually, that was perfect time to choose George, because Sandshrew, while physically defensive, it's gonna hurt from the cross chop if I hit it. Note to self, never use George again, and in fact, switch to dang Glimmer so I can have a level up. Oh, what contraire. You're really using your turns as a defense girl, which I assume you're going to probably use rollout. Whatever, Surf will knock you out in one shot. It really does not matter in the slightest. Alright, that's out of the way at least. Dang George wanted to level up and not bother me anymore with that dang low level up, so that's good. Oh great, you have Sand Slash as well. Great, great. Just great. Just great. On the plus side, second stage evolution, more experience. Really, not really upset by that, but really? Whatever. It's 1,000 experience points for Glimmer, at least. Fine, I lost. Yes, you did. Now get out of here. There's also an item around here that I forgot to grab. Let's say this one. Not this one. That one. Zinc. They threw everything but the kitchen zinc at you. Haha! You remember that game? I will be very surprised, because that game's not often. Keep you up. Really good. So there's no more items around this area. I'm surprised that that teleporter leads me here, though. You'd think it'd lead me somewhere else at least, but no, I guess it's just 4-7 at least. There are no more items around here, I believe. I think there's something down below. Yes, there is. Alright, this is a calcium, good for special attackers, and I'm going to very much assume that you are a Rocket Grunt in disguise, and I should probably hit you as very hard as possible. You mistook me for a Silver Grit? Yes. I did not, though. I see. You are definitely a Rocket Grunt. Joshua, send out Electric. Oh. I picked the wrong time to pick George right now, didn't I? Now, can Cross Chop actually land? Thank you. That was annoying. High crit rate, high damaging move, yet it has 80 accuracy. Really annoying. If I had an item such as the Wide Lens, I'd probably increase my accuracy and I wouldn't have to worry about it. But Muck is going to be a little bit more annoying. Thank goodness I have Anarchy with Dig. Really, really easy. Dig pretty much saves me from having to use escape ropes ever, because Dig will actually allow me to escape areas without needing to use an escape rope. Breach. Oh no, what a tragedy. Anyway, Dig. That was entirely a joke. Really much so. Alright, Anarchy defeated that, and we're actually pretty good. Joshua's been defeated. I'm done. Yes, you are done. Now get out of here. You and your dang ways. At your age, you are a skilled trainer. Nope, nothing. Well, there's nothing left here. I guess I'm leaving. Goodbye, area. I knew thee well. In fact, there is something over there, and I'm going to go that way later. But now, I think I've missed one more area entirely. I'm going to go to the very top floor. Yeah, it's quite. Floor 10. I want floor 11. Floor 11 is the top floor of dang rockets down here, and we have an item over here. Zinc. Another zinc. I believe that's the last thing in this area. If I have to go look around again, I will. Halt, do you have an appointment for my boss? Let's just take care of this random battle, and then I'll cut ahead to any item I've missed. So the Rocket Grunt has 5 Pokemon. Well, I'm definitely cutting this battle out, because I am not letting you guys waste your time watching a battle of 5 Pokemon that are very much a joke. You had 3 Rattatas, an Ekans, and a Zubat. Really? God, demolished! Yes, you are. I'm gonna cut ahead to find any more hidden items left, so be right back. I'm gonna trace my steps back from the elevator. So, I have good news. I don't have to worry about the item I missed, because guess what? I have missed nothing. So, let's actually go up to where we're supposed to go and actually leave. It is this area, and heading to this teleporter will lead you to the next area. I recommend going back to heal, so I'm going to go back and heal up a little bit, because I know the trainer for healing is right here. There you go, back to floor 9, and we can go back to heal to make sure we're ready for the fight ahead. You look tired. I should take a quick nap? Yes, I do. Don't give up. No, I will not give up. I will never give up. I will always triumph. I recommend making sure you have an electric type or a rock type in the part of the party right now. Whichever comes first, it doesn't matter. So instead, let us go to the next teleporter and lead us to the next area. Well, 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 look who it is. What kept you, Nick? I thought you'd turn up if I waited here. Guess Team Rocket slowed you down, not that I care. I saw you in Saffron, so I decided to see if you got better. So instead of trying to stop Team Rocket, you decided to bother me. Really? Really, Jacob? Man, you're a menace. Jacob would like to battle. He sends out Pidgeot. No flying type. Level is a 37. With the moves, with the ability Quick Eye and the moves Quick Attack, Whirlwind, Wing Attack, Feather Dance. An annoying moveset for sure, but at the same time, it's manageable, and Startup procced. Haha! You fool, you should not have done Quick Attack. You would have probably been better off with Wing Attack or something. By the way, any moves that does switching is forced, its Whirlwind will go last no matter what. Really good to have. Alright, Sparky gained a level up to level 40. Really good for Sparky. So that's pretty much good for her. And Growlithe. Let us switch out to our water type, because now we can actually use a water type against Growlithe. Alright, come out here. And Growlithe, level 38, Fire type. Intimidate for the ability. Order Sleuth, Takedown, Flame Wheel, and Helping Hand. So it's a good moveset nonetheless, but it only really one fire move. There's better options out there. If it had a bite, I'd be more concerned, but unfortunately it does not. So we're pretty much fine to take care of it no matter what. Very, very easy. And he's already sending out his starter. So let us go back to Sparky. So, Blastoise, level 40, Water type, Torn for the ability, Water Gun, Bite, Rapid Spin, Protect. No, I am not kidding. It's a very annoying moveset, and the fact that Water Gun still exists is a bit more annoying. Thankfully, though, we put up a LeafGreen, so our damage output is lower. So, by the way, for those who have picked different starters, by the way, he said would have a Charizard, so it's the same level, same ability for the Fire type starter, and it moves Smoke Screen, Scary Face, Flamethrower, Wing Attack, a little more dangerous. And if you had picked Squirtle, he said it would have Venusaur with the moves Poison Powder, Sleep Powders, Razor Leaf, Sweet Scent. Sweet Scent's obnoxious, but it's still nonetheless better, but Protect's more annoying than anything else in the game, thanks to Dag nonsense of stopping you from hitting the Pokemon at all. Yeah, not really kidding. It's actually very annoying. Yeah, Silph Co is also a very long area, thanks to your rival deciding to be here at all, so that's actually pretty easy. So next is Execute. Let's switch out. Switching out to Drag, because that's easy. So, Execute. Second Grass type. Level 35, Chlorophyll for the ability. Leech Seed, Confusion, Sword Spore, and Poison Powder. It's an annoying moveset nonetheless, but easy to take care of. It has non-executor evolution, so it's not concerning too much. For those who want to know what happens if he has a different starter, he would instead have a Gyarados, same level, ability Intimidate, with the moves Bite, Dragon Rage, Clear, and Twister. An obnoxious moveset nonetheless, but not really too threatening. The last one being Alakazam. Switch out to Tank so he can take the hits. The last Pokemon he has is Alakazam. Level 35, Psychic type. Reflect, Synchronize for the ability. Reflect, Recover, Future Sight, and Calm Mind. The only attack move he has, technically speaking, is Future Sight, and he's trying to raise the stats of Calm Mind in order to deal more damage to Future Sight. One problem, that's not how it works. Future Sight does not increase in damage if you use Future Sight with a Stasm buffing move. So, yeah, not exactly gonna happen in the slightest. Thankfully, though, Tank leveled up at least. Level 36 for Tank, and that's actually really good for Tank because Tank's gonna learn something very soon. Rival Jigglypuff. Oh man, so you're all ready for the boss of Team Rocket. Yes, I am ready. Now, why are you here? Nick, I'm moving on up and ahead. By checking my Pokedex, I'm starting to see what's strong and how they evolve. Am I a genius or what? I'm gonna be going to the Pokemon League and boot out the Elite Four. I'll become the world's most powerful trainer. Nick, well, good luck to you. Don't sweat it. Smell ya. You know, he's judging me repeatedly. I really don't like that. If you go to this person... Oh, hi, you're not a rocket, so you came to save us? Why, thank you. I want you to have this Pokemon for saving us. Obtained a Lapras. Can I give Lapras a nickname? No, I will not. Lapras is a water-ice type. This is the first time you actually get a ice-type Pokemon and water-type Pokemon very early. It's actually a really good Pokemon, and it has a lot of useful moves in order to tank a lot of hits. It's known for a lot of excellent summoning, as well as dealing a lot of damage with water types and ice type moves. I can even learn moves like Perish Song in order to make other Pokemon faint in battle. So in this version of the game, Fire Red, Leaf Green, it's actually level 25. In the more older games of Red, Blue, Yellow, it's actually level 15. So yeah, it's harder for people back and then. It's a Lapras. It's a very intelligent Pokemon. We kept it out of our lab, but it will be much better off with you. I think you will be a good trainer for Lapras. It's a good swimmer. He'll give you a lift across the water. So let's go back and heal up. Or back after healing, let's actually continue on with the dang journey ahead. So for the next battle ahead, I'd recommend highly, and I mean highly, to have a Pokemon ready for a dang poison type. If you have a psychic or ground type, you will have a pretty much easy time. In fact, I have Glimmer in the front for now, so yeah, pretty easy. So, let's go downward, because guess what? There's going to be a rock grunt in our way first. So let's cut this battle out so we don't have to deal with him later. Stop right there. Don't you move. Critical. Alright, that was easy. Nonetheless, we're actually pretty much done with this fight. This Rocket Grunt's defeated. Don't, please, have mercy! So you want to see my boss? Yes, I do. By the way, before you go there, by the way, there's an item hidden in this bush over here. Go and look it. Revive. Really good to have. So let's have our second type making sure that they're in front. Yes, they are. So let us go and open the door. Bingo, the card key opened the door for the last time. Ah, Nick, so we meet again. The president and I are discussing a vital business proposition. Keep your nose out of grown-up matters or experience a world of pain. The boss of Team Rocket once again. Boss Giovanni left the battle. He sends out Nidorino. Level 37, Poison type. Poison point for the ability. Horn attack, Poison Sting, Helping Hand, and Fury attack. Yeah, an obnoxious moveset, but we're pretty much fine to use Psychic to knock it out in one shot. Because Nidorino is bad special defensively, so very good. Oh, what? You survived with 1 HP? I hate this here. Oh, double hate this here. Why in the world did you poison me? Really? 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 Of all time to survive with 1 HP? Really? If I had another calcium, I totally would not survive this. Get out of here. That's not funny in the slightest. Whatever. Glimmer gained a lot of experience points at level 36. Now I can one-shot it without any problems. Great, 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 great. Thanks to Game entirely. And his strongest. Well, there's a problem. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be a bad idea, mind you, but, let us go switch out to Energy, because his next Pokemon is Nidoqueen, level 41. Ground Poison type, Poison point for the ability, Double Kick, Tail Whip, Poisoning, Body Slam. Yeah, not exactly a good Pokemon to fight. Thankfully, though, if we dig into the ground, we actually can avoid most of the damage that he usually does. The only move that really has to damage us is Body Slam, which is admittedly very annoying because it has a chance of paralysis, but at the same time, Dig is stronger. Although, I'm going to have to do Dig twice because it's slow. Okay, paralysis didn't proc. I was more concerned about that. Okay, at least it's about to faint, at least. As tempting as it would have been to use Dang's Glimmer on this, it's not exactly a recommended strategy because it's not high enough level to knock it out in one shot, and I'd rather not run the risk of getting hit by a Body Slam. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Kangaskhan is next. Let's go in George, because George is going to do the most damage out of them. Kangaskhan, level 35, normal type. Early bird for the ability, so sleeping does not work as long. For the moves, Fake Out, Rage, Mega Punch, Tail Whip. Yeah, it's a good moveset. However, he did not go for the Mega Punch. They Fake Out like he would normally do it. And, of course, he starts Tail Whipping me. Great, 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 great. Let's just use another Cry Chop and knock it out. I said, let's knock it out. Oh, jeez. Now you Mega Punch me. Why? Yep, he is annoying. Get out of here. Good night, Gotti. Good night, guy. Good night, guy. Alright, that's annoying. That was very, very, very annoying. And I'm gonna have to use... Oh, right, forgot. Natural Cure saved poison. Yeah, Natural Cure cures poison. So, yeah, really good. Last Pokemon, Rhyhorn, level 37, Rock Ground type. Rock type for the ability. If it moves Fury Attack, Scary Face, Stomp, Rock Blast. Rock Blast is probably the most annoying move that he has, but I'm not exactly remotely threatened. If he had Takedown or something like Double Edge, I'd be a little bit more concerned, but he does not, so he's pretty much done and deal. He is now defeated. Boss Giovanni is defeated. Ugh, I lost again? A lot of money for winning. Blast it all! You ruined our plans yourself, but Team Rocket will never fall. Nick, never forget that all Pokemon exist for Team Rocket. I must go, but I shall return. Let's go talk to the dang president over here. First, let's talk to our secretary. Secretary, thank you for rescuing all of us. We, from the president down, are indebted to you. The president? Oh, dear boy, thank you for saving self. I will never forget you saved us in our moment of peril. I have to thank you in some way, because I am rich. I can give you anything. Here, maybe this will do. Obtained a Master Ball from the president. The Master Ball is the only one of its kind. You can't buy that anywhere. is our secret prototype Master Ball. It will catch any Pokemon without fail. You should be quiet about using it, though. Yeah, I would say outright, I saved this for a very catch rate, and I would say this outright for one encounter in particular. So let's move to the PC. We can actually see that Pokemon, by the way, in case you're wondering if I was lying about the dang Lapras being level 15. I am wrong because it was actually level 25. I guess I was wrong about this. Well, that's surprising. I could have sworn it was logically level 15. No, it was level 15 in the original. I don't know why the information's wrong. Alright, I guess every guide I looked at was lying to me. Well, that sucks. So let's go back out of the Silph Co because there's no more rocket grunts around the area. And in fact, there won't be any more rocket grunts. In fact, you can talk to anyone around here. Nick, you and your Pokemon saved us. Yep, they're all happy for us. So let's actually leave the rocket area, let's leave the Silph Co. And then we'll end this off right here because this episode's gone too long and I would like to not end this off on this note. So, next time on Pokemon LeafGreen, with the entirety of Saffron City cleared out of dang Team Rocket's area, we can finally challenge the gym. See you all next time!